Hello again.
We reconnected.
Hello again, friends and family. We're back to visit with you again. This is Alicia, Valerie. You just missed Harry Potter, but he jumped out on us, so another day.
And for what it's worth, this is take 5. So we're hoping it
The other
sticks.
3 were in front of the tree, so
I know,
we missed out on that.
We may try to walk over there before we go and,
Give
so
you a
you can
peek.
at least see what it looks like. But we did try. This is what happens when you live in the country. I'm across the street. She's across the street. She doesn't get the
But
signal.
you have to remember, the power went out
Oh, yes.
early this morning.
Yes.
This is supposed to be one of the worst storms ever that they're supposed to be having. A lot of rain and a tremendous amount of wind. But the power went off. Fortunately, we have a generator. Her power didn't go off, so she had no
Well,
power.
it's off now. It went off.
But
a
meanwhile,
while
we're
ago.
taping here at my house.
Which we wanted to do to show you the tree. But you know what? Stuff happens. So, anyway, today we're going to have a Christmas confessional. And we're going to talk about the naughty and nice list. Yearly. Guess who goes where? Naughty list? Nice list? Well, I'm going to start off by being naughty. I'm going to plant what do they call those things? An earworm in your head. And
Oh,
you're
no.
going to have it for days. And it comes from our mother, who loved this song. Mili Kaliki Maka's what Hawaiians say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. Now you got it. Just try to get rid of that sucker once it's in there.
She shares all the good stuff.
I do. That's
I
because
can't say it, so it's not an earworm for me.
I only because it was an earworm could I say it. But you're going to hear a song on the radio. You're hear him playing on the radio or something, and you're going to be gone. It's
Radio? What's a radio?
yeah. What's a radio? Yeah, that's true. So let's talk about the naughty and the nice list. Do you think you were ever on the Christmas naughty list?
No. Now that I think about it, no, I don't think so. Were you ever?
Honey, I lived
And that you
on
didn't share it with me until just 10 minutes
I
ago.
did. She never heard about this. I can't believe it because she knows most of my dark secrets.
I'm getting more every year.
Well, when I was somewhere between 10 and 12, I am incurably curious and nosy, and I wanted to know where those Christmas presents were.
And what they were.
Well,
Not
what
enough
they
knowing
were.
where they were.
But I got to add, I do have a redeeming quality in here, but we'll wait till we get there. So one would think my mother, who was relatively clever, would have thought of a better hiding place. But they were in the closet in her bedroom in New Britain. And so I found them. And I peeled back the tape on every one of my gifts. And it was awful.
You get what you deserve sometimes, you really do.
Christmas morning, I knew every gift, and the gifts were fine, but I was disappointed because I already knew there was no surprises. That was pretty darn sad.
There's something to be said about having a nice little surprise every now and then that you don't expect.
Yeah.
It's not what it is or how big it is or anything. It's just the surprise of just getting it. I don't know. I never was interested in peeking.
Well, on my redeeming qualities, I didn't look at any of yours.
You might have liked them better and changed the name tag. You're so clever.
Poor Mom would have been like, what happened here? Yeah, no, but here's the thing. I'm a very slow learner. So many years later, well, actually not that many, because I was 19 when I got married. I just turned 19. Such a child. Look at 19-year-olds and you go, what in God's name right do you have to be
You
married?
shouldn't be making those kind of decisions at that age.
Well, it was only like 7 years later. And I had told my husband that I wanted a regular wedding ring, just like a I wanted a plain gold band. That's it. And so I saw the box and that little, this is before my spiritual awakening, just saying. So I opened it. I can still see the green paper. I picked at that green paper. I opened it up. Oh, it was a gold band, but it was not what I wanted at all. And you know,
why you lost it?
No, that was my diamond that I lost.
Right.
Oh God, that was awful. I wanted the. I had a half carat blue white diamond in a star setting. Man, you scratch everything, you tear your. Back in the day of hosiery, you tear your hosiery. It was horrible. So I wanted this plain band, and it wasn't the one I wanted. And you know what was worse? He put it on our charge account. He said, "Oh, there, you can pay for your wedding."
You pay?
The wedding ring. It gets worse.
He had a very strange sense of humor.
It gets worse. Many years later, I was burglarized. And when I was burglarized, I lost some really precious things, amongst which was a Christmas gift from Mom and Dad. It was a gold charm bracelet. And I loved it. That got stolen. And a little silver ring with turquoise that Frank had given me, that got stolen. And that damn ring was still in the drawer after they'd taken it. Talk about a cruel trick of nature.
Yeah, really.
Do you think that might have been karma?
You know, that's something to think about.
Yeah, I think about it more than I want to. Do you remember one of the favorite parts of getting ready for Christmas was looking through catalogs?
Oh yeah, because you think you're going to get everything you want. Just looking at the catalog and circle it, bend the page down. Yeah.
But I don't think we had a level of expectation.
We
were
would
kind of
the
saying,
next day I wouldn't have remembered what I circled. I had that little problem.
She wouldn't.
I was on to something different.
Do you remember like the most well-known catalog of those days?
It wasn't Sears, was it?
No. We had a funny name for it. Well,
Yeah.
Grammy had a funny name for it.
I'm sure she had a funny name for everything.
Grammy Pirate.
Yeah.
Grammy. Yeah.
The clever one.
Yeah. Yeah. It was the Montgomery Ward.
Oh, Montgomery Ward.
You remember what Grammy called it?
No?
Monkey Ward. We got a Monkey Ward.
I don't remember that. No, I don't.
Yeah, that was a fun part going through the list and the catalogs.
You got to circle it in your color so everybody knows that was for Valerie, and this was for Philip, and this was for you. Yes.
But like I said, we did not expect that's what we figured we'd get something.
I don't know.
I didn't.
No, I didn't expect
I didn't.
It was just the fun of doing it. It meant Christmas was coming.
Right. So, but did you take that into adulthood because what happened was the catalogs just changed? We went from there to Lily and Vernon.
Oh yeah, the cheap stuff.
And, well, yeah. And me, of the spiritual nature, I would get Abbey Press.
We got Abbey Press too.
Yeah. So, and we would get Swiss Colony. And
It was mostly food when I looked at it.
yeah, it was. I'm talking about when we were grown up.
Yeah.
So,
No, that never did too much meat stuff.
well, back in those days, I was
cared,
more than
right.
45 years ago. I was now. It wasn't Christmas if you didn't have one of the what was that summer sausage. Had to have summer sausage, and that horrible box cheese. I hate that. I hate that box. Don't it?
It's a little cardboardy.
My dear children, if you're listening to this, please don't ever get me a box cheese thing. It's just not the same. No, it's not. So, did you ever think about or remember what the worst gift you ever got was?
You asked that to me the other day, and I've been thinking about it ever since. And I don't. Maybe something I was disappointed in. I don't remember anything being worse because it was depending on who it came from. I think I got a slip once from an uncle. I think it was my godfather or something, and I think it was like a size 3, and I was about a 12. So that was disappointing. Not the worst, but disappointing.
Do you remember the year? It was the same year of the aluminum tree, when somebody screwed up and wrapped all the presents wrong?
No.
And like somebody,
Was that you?
No, no, this one wasn't me. No, I don't know. It was someone was maybe rapping for Grammy Parter or something, and Diane got a pair of men's pants.
I don't remember any of that.
Christmas shopping's changed a lot, hasn't it?
It certainly has. Now it's on the computer. Nobody wants to go out and.
I get very little. Charles Fillmore, who's the founder of Unity, said, no Christmas presents, no exceptions. So a few years ago, I adapted that. And it sucked. It wasn't because I wasn't getting gifts. It's because I wasn't giving.
No, it's just as much fun to give them. It's just as much fun to pick them out. And if you get what the person is like to you, you know, they're going to love what you got them. And it's just so much fun watching them open their present and look at this. You thought about me, and this is something I really love.
That's a hard part about being so far from our loved ones, is that we don't get to be there. We don't get to.
Well, heck, and now it's like, what's next? What's next? What's next? What's
yeah,
next?
no, we got to be there one at a time.
No matter how big the family was.
Oh yeah. Oh my
one at a
gosh.
time. Who was it to, and who was it from?
Yeah.
Because a lot of us made gifts or picked out something just special, and if everybody's opening it once, you missed the thrill of seeing your person opening their present from you that you picked out special, you know?
Yeah. So we talked the other day about the favorite gift that you got. What about the favorite gift, some of the favorite gifts that you gave?
Oh my. Well, of course, as we get older, I gave a lot more of my favorite gifts because I made a lot of them. And when you put your heart into something and you hope that there's somebody else feels the same way about what it was you put your heart into, they got more elaborate as I got older. But even when you're a kid, if you make a special picture and it says something special, or it's a color of something they love or something, to you, your heart just gets filled up thinking about what you're doing for this person. As we got older, I needle pointed Christmas stockings. We'll do that again some other day and I'll show them. But it was a real joy for me. It'd take about a year to get them done, and then I'd put them together and everything. And it was great. And it was just as much fun thinking about the person I was giving it to, opening it and loving it, you know.
You're leaving out one of the biggies.
My quilt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we all have different priorities. Yeah, the quilts were really great, and I think I managed to get all the people on my list up to that point. I think Joshua probably got the last one. No?
Sammy
did. Sammy did, right.
Sammy got the
everybody
last
on
one.
my list, everybody in the family at one point or another got a quilt from me. And I'm hoping some of them hang around till I'm gone. You know,
Yeah.
just-
Yeah.
And when you, to me, whenever I look at those quilts, I know who that is.
Yeah.
That was your quilt and that was his quilt, and I mean, because it looks like them to me. You pick out something special for somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for my favorite gift that I gave was when in 1998 I made everybody that was past preteen a copy of the family cookbook.
It's a treasure.
That we will show it to you in a little while. No, because I want to show it yours against mine.
Mine.
Hers is like pristine. Mine is like beat to crap. But I want to show you, and it's at home, so I can't do that. But
So when we go to do that at her house, mine will be here at home.
no, it's not. You're going to bring it with you,
Okay.
or I'll bring it over, or something like that. Yeah. And I have when we're talking about naughty list and nice list about giving, and I have an apology for my children. You have to understand how much I love you. All moms love their kids, but every year, here's the thing. Our mom had a thing about having a lot of presents under the tree, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A mass of them.
So we wanted a lot of presents under the tree, but we didn't have very much money. So every year, forgive me children, I got my kids a coat as one of their Christmas gifts to have something else under the tree. Because, I mean, that they would rather have not had the damn coat under the tree and had just the presents they had. I think that's like, oh God, here's the coat, you know. gotta open
Sort of
the
like in
damn.
Christmas Story with the pajamas.
Oh yes, that is just too funny.
Oh.
And the phone's ringing. You're gonna ignore it. You're gonna answer it. What are you gonna
I'm
do?
going to answer it. It'll ring and ring and ring.
Okay,
Let me
well,
walk in front of you.
sorry about that. This is why we do it at my house because my house has got a lot less activity. So while she's talking on the phone, I just wanted to add that when we do get a gift that is something that we cannot use or it's not our cup of tea, which does happen sometimes, you know, it's really, really okay to regift it. You know, you just have to be careful not to regift it to the person who gave it to you. That's really important.
Unless you know they really loved it. If they loved it, you can give it back to
Oh
them.
God, that I know you liked when you gave me so much. Here's one for you. And, oh, show me yours again. No, no,
Blue,
you,
it was blue, right?
you can't lie.
No.
You can't do that because I'm not a good enough liar. That's what Abraham Lincoln said.
Yeah.
I cannot tell a lie because I don't have a good enough memory. And no, I wouldn't want to be in that position. Well, you know, one last thing we wanted to touch on because we're trying to shove in so many things before the holiday, but not every holiday is happy, right?
Yeah.
So we have holidays where we lose someone.
Yeah.
There might be a major change in the family, a divorce. Just so many things can happen. And those first Christmases, either doing, I think we told you before that our grandmother, our mom's mother, passed away on Christmas Eve. But I really have to hand it to her because, like for you, you said that she acted a little upset, and then we carried on, and she carried on because she could have really made it a Christmas we would not want to remember.
Yeah, no, she didn't. She didn't fall apart. She hung in there. She knew it was going to happen, and I think in a way, happening on the holiday made it almost special. As horrible as that sounds.
She'd been sick for a long time.
Yeah, and so this was meant that she was going to be able to rest.
Yeah. So, and I have had experiences of course, after losing Sammy, but before that, I have had instances of being alone when I moved to California. Excuse me. And I would be all alone on Christmas. It was kind of hard. So what I did is, one thing I did was I picked up other people's shifts so they could be with their family because I couldn't. And another thing I did was, one year I knew I was going to be alone and I was really, really sad. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to do a tree.
And she was always far away.
Far away, I know. But then I remembered what it's about. Yes, it's about family, it's about memories, it's about food, I mean, and everything about food, but that we're really celebrating, the birth of Christ in our philosophy, theology. We say it's the coming of the light into the world. So I hadn't had a tree, and I didn't have ornaments or anything, so I went to this wonderful store. This was pre-dollar store days. And it was called Pick and Save.
What kind of store?
And at Pick and Save, I got some bows, like a whole bunch of red bows for 50 cents. And that was the average price at Pick and Save, was 50 cents. And put all the red bows on a little tree outside that was growing in my yard. So I had that to look at. And it kind of got me through it, you know.
Yeah. Some Christmases are tough. People are sick or pass away or whatever. But you have to remember them also, to remember how lucky you are that you can do what you can do now. And the people that you do have in your life, and you should appreciate them now while you can.
Absolutely. So, and it's real nice. I want to thank everybody that gives us cards. I haven't sent Christmas cards out in about 40 years. But
I sent 60 of them out this week.
God bless you.
I didn't know I knew that many people.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know that many addresses, but it's okay because I try to let people know I love them all the time. Christmas every day.
Yeah.
You know.
Sometimes it's a habit, and you never think about those people because you don't see them that often. When the name comes up and you're writing the card, you want to write this big message on the back, and you know you don't have that kind of time. So you put down, some good wishes and the new year and all that other stuff. But it makes me think about those people for a few minutes separately,
Yeah. Back in the day, mailing cards was entirely different. You would get these, you would wind up with, I sent a couple hundred cards sometimes,
Yeah.
And you had to band them by zip code or by state or whatever and bring them to the post office banded up. That's how many Christmas cards we sent out. And of course, with my Christmas cards, I always put in an invitation for a Christmas open house.
Christmas crazy house.
It was crazy house. But you know why I did it? You know why I did it?
No.
My first Christmas, when I got married the first year, I decorated my house. I got one of those cardboard fireplaces. I lived in a mobile home, so back in those days, you did not have fireplaces in those. So I put up the little cardboard fireplace and decorated my tree, and I was so excited, and nobody came. I didn't invite anybody.
That's very smart.
So the
deduction. You figured that out all by yourself.
So the next year, we were living out in Moodus already, and so I put it on all my cards. So every year I was sure to have someone come see my house. So even if you have to be alone, you can do things where you're not alone, because I guarantee you someone else is alone as well. Well, I don't know how long we've been yapping, but it's probably been too long.
It took us so long to get ready.
Oh my God.
And you miss Harry Potter. I'd show him to you now, but I think he's sleeping.
He's sleeping in his little kitty cave, which was handed down to him from Tishy. So it goes on in the family. It was his inheritance.
I'm just checking your list.
Yeah, I know. I wish this thing would tell me how long we've been doing this, but it doesn't. So I don't know. Because I wanted, okay, I'm going to do one last naughty thing. Can I do one last naughty thing?
Certainly. It's your toy.
Forgive me. Everyone, please forgive me. I'm so sorry. I don't like Hallmark movies.
Oh.
I said that out loud. I don't like
I like them. They're corny. Of course, I didn't see any this year.
I don't like them because they are icky, sweet. They're so sweet.
Well, Don could tell you what do you call that? The thread.
The plot.
The plot.
Yeah.
Right. The thing will start, and he'll know. The
yeah,
story.
it's like I know that was coming. And everybody winds up with somebody, including the dog and everything. And I think there's so many people that are not. They're not in happy marriages. They're not married. They're sick. They're whatever. That I kind of like the stories that have redeeming values and romance can be in it, but it's not that magical Santa Claus.
What everybody
kind of
thinks
thing.
they want.
Yeah, it's learning what's really important. So forgive me. Sorry I said it. So tomorrow or the next week, we gotta try to get one tomorrow or Christmas Day. I don't know. We have to get at least another one out because we got some more little treats we want to share. And hope you enjoy them and hope we didn't run on all too long today. Thank you for those who watch. We put this up on YouTube later. So if you want to, go subscribe to Alicia Leslie, Monday Mystic on...
Elise is watching.
Yeah, I know it is. Elise, we're so glad you're watching. We love you.
She knows all those family Christmases at Grammy's house.
Yeah, I mean, we want to have... Elise is our cousin. And we would love to have her join us. I think I showed you, Diane sent me pictures. One was a drawing that one of Uncle Walter's, what would you call it? Soldiers in his, I don't know what you call that when you're someone in your troop, your platoon or whatever, platoon mate, drew of him. It's amazing. And
really?
yeah, and they'll come out one day when we're doing our people thing. And another one is a picture of Grandpa Parda's brother and Grammy Parda's brothers. So more's to come, more's to come. We hope you have a happy day, happy holiday.
Getting
And
closer. And they forecasted yesterday that we were going to have this really horrific storm, and it's beginning to look kind of dark again. We did lose our power. Thank God we have a generator. But we are, if you read down in the history books in about 10 years, this is a storm. You talk to us on the day of the storm. So we'll see how this all pans out by the end of the day.
And while we're doing that, we have to share also that right now as we speak, the whole Midwest is anywhere between 15 below zero, 44, minus 44 wind chills. They got it bad. So we here are, praying that everyone's going to be safe and warm, and
Counting our blessings.
We are counting our blessings. So, well, that's all, folks. Have a good day.